want to elaborate on this again. There are people in past lives who already were shamans and who already went through, let's say, a scary form of initiation, pyramid initiation, something like that. What I've been saying for years is there are modern forms of initiation that do not require you going into a comatose near-death state and having to actually travel over and converse with entities. You don't have to do that. And I think a lot of the people, I'm assuming there's no way I'm the only person that can do this. I refuse to believe that. They have probably already been initiated. That's why you don't have to go through the scary version. Or they're just allowed to jump into this new spiritual archetype, which I've talked about. So let's visualize this here. Let's visualize something. So a mother notices her daughter or son goes outside and all of a sudden light phenomena appears. Or figures fluttering, like they're seeing a lot of specters. Maybe they've seen a relative appear standing. Any type of ghost-like or light-based phenomena like that. So say this kid can do this. It's going to immediately be detected by the government and by the entities, let's just say 5D type of entities that they're working with. And they've been flying around our skies and dealing with humans since the beginning of time. But currently, there's several negative types of entities that are dealing with the human race and governments all around the world. And when that child shows that potential, it'll show up like a radar on these ancient devices, ancient modern technology, ancient devices, or it'll just show up as a trigger to some local shaman who deals in black magic. But regardless, within a matter of minutes, it'll be detected, and most likely within the next day, you'll have militaries swarming all around that location. And the public would think, oh, this is some kind of portal, or this is something going on here. And yes, there's portals everywhere, but if you start seeing phenomenon, and then in 24 hours, the military is bombarding your skies, like releasing fake clouds, doing all kinds of stuff. They'll fly their own drones around, but everything they fly around blinks, okay? And they do this because they've detected that consciousness stream. Let's call it a gold consciousness stream. And when that shows up, oh boy, they send the boys. And I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, this happened to me, almost destroyed my life. And I don't care. I'm still going with it. I just don't take footage anymore. You never want to take footage of sky or try to contact, aliens, like Dr. Greer says, most dangerous things you could possibly do. So that spot will be red flagged, and it'll be the mission of the DS as well as 5D entities. They can fly little crafts around, little saucer crafts. Got the DS flying pillboxes around, all that crap. And the reason they do that is to make the individual, as well as anybody that may have seen the phenomenon locally, to think, oh, I'm contacting an alien. I'm contacting what my sci-fi mythologies tell me is possible. And so you'll have people that are their guides are reaching out to them, angelic guides. We're talking like 7D, 6D, and 7D and beyond. They won't even know it. They won't even be able to differentiate between what real spirituality is and these years and years of this sci-fi script. This is extremely dangerous. Talk about inside information. Yes, imagine a stream, like an umbilical cord, extending, let's just say, from your third eye out into the cosmos. And let's say that the normal color of that is like blue or something. Well, when that turns gold, that means that you've either realized initiation from the past, and you're now activating service to others, and you've seen everything as yourself, and you've had that breakthrough moment. Well, that's a key into the lock. Your consciousness stream will be activated, and you will be harassed. And if you continue to do what you're doing, and you strengthen the area around you, that's why people would work at sacred sites, monks, people like that, is you maintain the hot spot and keep it hot, and then keep it really hot. They don't want that, because the DS knows if you continue to correspond and you get in the right mindset, you can create your own sacred site. And they don't want that, because what is that? That's the main step in reformatting the consciousness grid. What is the consciousness grid? The consciousness grid has been destroyed for all types of different negative types of waves that have broken down. Like if you look at the Enfalmos, the Delphi Enfalmos, it's a egg-shaped structure found in like a primordial mound type area, and it has like chain links connecting, covering the egg. That's the consciousness grid. That's an ancient symbol for the consciousness grid. Consciousness grid has been tampered for a long time now, and there are people, because of the AI singularity nightmare, there are people all across the globe that I argue that can be leaders in reestablishing this grid. Once the grid is reestablished, your average person will wake up in the morning and have no need for materialism, because they've seen a local shaman, or they've seen a particular broadcast that shows instantaneous proof of the soul. Once any intelligent human being living in this biological soul container can actually see the proof of the soul, true ascension will happen. True ascension needs a little boost from the general public. And once you have these people spread out, these shamans, these initiated people, like I would then go and initiate somebody else. And then once that person's initiated, they would have the strength to wake up a crowd of people. And in that crowd of people, let's say there's 1,000 people, there may be one other person that can handle the shaman abilities. Then that person takes the ability. They move to another geographical location, more specifically one that's lined up on the male-female telluric currents. I live in Ohio. We have the Serpent Mound in Ohio. That's one of the most important locations for the consciousness grid to be linked and branched off from. That location leads almost directly into where the Bermuda Triangle is. And, areas on the ley lines have to be strengthened more than anything. And this whole network could be reestablished in no time. But one of the big factors in confusing people is this UFO, UAP nonsense. And I've said years ago that the term UFO was changed to UAP as that's like what the term that I use? That's like Rosemary putting on the Tanis fruit necklace and Rosemary's Baby. By changing the linguistic context of something, you can set the foundation for a negative archetype to synthesize with any spiritual potential that's for the greater good of humanity. So the whole purpose of this two-part thing was to remember what phenomenon is. Positive phenomenon that can help the planet is your consciousness changing due to service to others. I recommend hospice work. And if you embody that, you'll start seeing phenomenon, and you have to know what that phenomenon is.